अस्सलाम वालेकुम माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं ब्रायोफाइट्स की। ब्रायोफाइट्स इट इज़ वन ऑफ द डिविजन्स ऑफ किंगडम प्लांटी एंड दिस डिवीजन ऑफ प्लांट किंगडम इट कम्स आफ्टर algae। ओके, तो अगर हम रिकैप्चुलेट करेंगे तो हम पढ़ रहे हैं प्लांट किंगडम। तो प्लांट किंगडम में हमने अभी तक algae कंप्लीट किया है। algae हमने कंप्लीट किया है and this bryophyte it comes after algae. Here we have plants divided into different divisions, algae, then we have bryophytes, then pteridophytes, then gymnosperms, and finally angiosperms. Okay, so we have completed algae. Now we are talking about bryophytes. Now let's first of all look at the term Bryophyta. It is derived from two Greek words, bryon, the meaning of which is moss, and phyton means plants. So, bryophytes are the moss plants. Moss plants are those plants which are small, which lack the vascular tissues and are not differentiated into true roots, true stems, and true leaves. Okay, so moss plants हम उनको बोलते हैं which do not possess the true roots, true stems, and true leaves, and they lack the vascular tissues. Bryophytes, they are simplest and primitive land plants. They are the primitive land plants, also known as non-vascular embryophytes. Why non-vascular embryophytes? They do not possess the vascular tissues, and but they have the embryo formation. They show embryo formation. That is why they are known as non-vascular embryophytes. They show embryo formation in their life cycle. That is why non-vascular embryophytes. The term Bryophyta was coined by Brown in the year 1864. Now, the Bryophytes, in terms of their evolutionary advancement, they are placed between algae and a bryophyte hai. Now we have pteridophytes. They are intermediate between algae and pteridophytes. So you can say the bryophytes, they are evolutionary more advanced as compared to algae, but less advanced as compared to pteridophytes. Okay, this is what it means when we say they occupy a position intermediate between algae and pteridophyta. The bryophytes, they are named as amphibians of plant kingdom because they usually live on soil, but they are dependent on water for sexual reproduction, just like the amphibians of animal kingdom are. जो amphibians होते हैं animal kingdom में, they live on terrestrial habitats, but when it comes to reproduction, they use water. Same is the case with these bryophytes. They live on soil, but they need water for the completion of their life cycle. They cannot complete the life cycle, they cannot go for sexual reproduction in absence of water. That's why they are specifically named as, they are accurately named as amphibians of plant kingdom. Okay, and finally the study of bryophytes, it is known as bryology. Now coming to their habitat, where they live. Bryophytes are usually found to grow in moist and shady places. They grow densely together and form green carpets or mats on damp soil, rocks, walls, barks of trees, and on decaying logs in forests, especially during the rainy season. You might have seen these types of growths on damp soil, or you may have seen these green mat-like structures on the decaying logs. These are the bryophytes. Okay, these plants, they grow densely and form mat-like structures, but especially during the rainy season. The majority of bryophytes, they are terrestrial, they grow on soil, but there are a few exceptions. There are some bryophytes that are submerged in water. So we have some aquatic bryophytes, and the examples include Rixia fluitans, Rixiocorpus natans, and Rilla. Here we have this Rixiocorpus natans. Okay, some bryophytes like Dendroceros, Radula protensa, and Monimosis, they love to grow on the stems of other plants. All those species, all those bryophytes which grow on the stems and other parts of plants, other plants, okay, they are named as epiphytes. Now, one more term is epiphyllus. These are those epiphytes. Epiphyllus bryophytes are those epiphytes which grow specifically on the leaf surface of other plants. So epiphyllus bryophytes are also epiphytes. Okay. Now we have devised a separate terminology for them because they grow exclusively on the leaf surfaces. Example is some species of radula. They are known as epiphyllus because they grow on leaf surfaces of other plants. And then we have saprophytes. These are those bryophytes which prefer to grow on dead decaying organic matter. And the example is Boxbumia aphylla and Cryptothalus mirabilis. And then dry habitats. Those bryophytes which can grow on dry habitats, like some bryophytes have been found to grow on dry heaths. What are dry heaths? Dry heaths means the sandy soils, okay, the sandy soils which are dry and having scrub type of vegetation. Bryophytes which grow on dry heaths, sandy soils, okay, they include Polytrichum juniperinum, Tortula desertorium, Porilla platyphylla. So we have a great diversity of bryophytes when it comes to their habitat. Some live in aquatic habitats, some are epiphytes, some are saprophytes, and some prefer to grow in dry habitats like dry heaths. Okay. So I think this is all for today. In the next part, we will discuss the life cycle of bryophytes, and till then, take care.